Bottle openers, the little lever that connects us from the horrors of the outside world into the wonders inside of a beer bottle. There's a hook on one edge of the bottle opener, which connects underneath the lip of the bottle cap, and we press down on the other side, which lifts open the bottle. So I was thinking, what can I use to make a bunch of different bottle openers? And the building material I decided to use was a bike. Now, I didn't want to cut apart one of my good bikes, so instead I got this one for free off of Marketplace, which is well within my price range. I'm going to be using this bike to make 10 different bottle openers and open 10 different bottles. The first design is based on your classic bottle opener that looks something like this. Now what this is just a piece of metal with a hole cut in the middle of it. And I thought, bikes are made of metal. I got really sweaty sawing that off, but I have the tube from the bike. So now the plan is to cut a hole in it for the bottle cap to fit, and the whole thing should act like a lever. There are still a few nicks and gouges around the hole. However, it kind of looks like an eye, so let's just say that those are eyelashes. Alright, let's see if Count Olaf can open this bottle. So I was looking a little bit closer at this actual bottle opener and realized it looks just like something. Do you see it? Exactly, it's like the brake handle on a bike. So I thought, why not just make a bottle opener out of the brake handles? The one problem is the brake handles are still attached to the bike. Alright, I thought I could just rip the brake handle off. Turns out I'm gonna have to unscrew it. I have successfully removed the rest of the bike from the brake lever, so now all I have to do is add a little notch right here so that I can hook onto the bottle cap and open the bottle. And there we go. Simple. And it works. The next idea I have is for the seat. Now I could just use that as a lever like a normal bottle opener, but that would be boring. So my plan is to make a notch for the bottle cap in the bottom of it here and then make it so that I can sit down on the seat and that will open up the bottle. Alright, the bottles I have actually fit pretty well in the bottom of the seat here. So I think all I have to do is remove this post and then it should work as I want. To get the post off of the seat, I just need to unscrew these two nuts. However, they're a bit rusty. So I can't really get the file under here and I'm too lazy to spend hours just grinding this away. So what I think I'll do is actually just cut a notch in this hard piece of plastic. The plastic feels like it's hard enough that it's going to hold onto the bottle cap and I shouldn't have any issues with it warping or distorting as I open the bottle. So I decided that a drill is the best tool to cut a notch for the bottle cap in the bottom of the seat. And by best tool, I mean tool that I didn't have to go to Bunnings for. I managed to get a really nice straight cut across, which I totally did with only the drill. Unfortunately, this plastic piece is actually a bit flimsier than I first thought, so it's going to need some reinforcement. I needed some way to stabilize the bottle of apple juice, so I have put it in this old shoe, which I don't mind if I spill all over, and then the bottle opener should just slot right onto the top of it. The shoe idea didn't work at all, so instead I've zip tied it to this dumbbell and it's ready to test. I'm still okay if it spills because that just means I'll have easy access to refreshments while I work out. It is ready to test. I'm just really hoping it doesn't shatter and get glass everywhere, including inside of me. Nope. Test 2. More duct tape, more zip ties, now it should work. Test 47. Yes! And now it's really convenient to drink too. And it totally was just the seat. I didn't just attach the existing bottle opener to the bottom of it. I was looking around the bike to decide what piece I want to use for the next bottle opener. And I think I've decided on the cable here that the brake attaches to. The original plan was to wrap the wire around here and just have it pull up. But the wire has a tendency that it likes to be really straight, and I don't feel like getting into the mechanics of wires. So what I'm going to do is, just like the other ones, is put a little notch down on this part on the end that prevents it from slipping through the rest of the wire, and that should hook onto the bottom of the bottle cap and the whole thing can come up. You know what that means. Tried sawing it, tried filing it, tried hammering it, tried seducing it, and nothing is really getting this into the shape I want. But then I realized this was already attached to a piece of the bike before, so what I can do is just leave that piece on, use that to hook onto the bottle, and it'll be a bit bigger, allow me to have a little more wiggle room when it comes to actually shaping it. However, I've already destroyed this one, so I need to get the other one off of the bike. This is just about ready to go, it just needs a handle. Alright, it's all come together. Post from the seat, handle from the bike, wire from the brake, piece of metal from somewhere. Let's see if it opens the bottle. Ta-da! This piece fell off when I was making the last bottle opener, and this is the little connector that connects the seat post to the bottom of the seat. And I thought, hey, that looks like a bottle opener. The only issue is it's a bit rusty. There we have it. Apple juice that tastes like WD-40. The next part of the bike that I want to use is the tire. Now I'm not planning to use the tire as a lever, but rather have the tire pump up and the air pressure actually popping the bottle cap off. I've already cheated once when I attached an actual bottle opener to a part of the bike. So may as well keep using already made bottle openers to make my life a whole lot easier. I've taped the bottle opener on this time. Let's see if it works. Just a little more pressure. So the tire popped. But you can see that there's apple juice on the ground, which means that this was a success in opening this bottle. It turns out that bikes come pre-made with 2 bottle openers at the end of the front fork. I need to get these pieces off. Two things. The first, this is going to be a double bottle opener, where I'm going to open 2 bottles at the same time. The second thing, the inside of these tubes smells like rotting fish. I clearly care about the aesthetics, so I'm going to take off all of these extra pieces to clean it up and make the bottle opener look a little bit better. Alright, let's see if we can get 2 bottles at the same time. Well, I have one, but that just means I have a drink for later. So I was thinking about those wall-mounted bottle openers, and I decided, what's better than a wall-mounted bottle opener? A bike-mounted bottle opener. I really wanted to make a bottle opener with the spokes from the wheel. First step, getting them off of the wheel. Next, I need a metal tube. Next, we need to attach all the spokes to the tube. If you'll notice, the bottle cap doesn't actually fit between all of these spokes, so I'm going to have to take some of them out. Alright, I have my final design. I decided that I didn't actually need spokes all the way around. I really only needed them one side, and that's how bottle openers work. You'd think I would have figured that out by now, but no. So, I've put some tape on to stop the spokes from spinning, to stop them from sliding up and down. This should work. This one works great as long as you have some extra bike spokes laying around to replace the pieces as they bend every time you use it. This is the last one. As you can see, I still have a pristine bike here. First step is to take the gears, crank, pedals, and chain off of the bike. So it is the next day, and I was up all night thinking about how I can get the parts off of this bike, and I realized I've been going about it all wrong. I need a much calmer, more calculated approach to getting the things I need. And after minor amounts of cutting, hammering, clipping, and swearing, the whole thing has come apart. So it's been a couple of weeks, and it turns out that my original idea of using the gears and a chain and the crank was really, really hard, and I'm not that good at building things. But luckily, I was looking through the bike and I found this bottle opener on the, like, near my feet. So I figured I could use it. And that is 10 ways to open a bottle using a bike.